How's it going, everybody? JJ here. I haven't uploaded a video in about 4 or 5 days, I think, right now, because my Dominions 5 keeps crashing. And I'll get into where I can load a save game, and then it'll run for a few minutes, crash. So what's going on there? And I really don't want to install and reinstall it and lose all those games, so I'm going to keep trying to mess with it until that gets done. So I figured we'd go back to back to basics in Dominion 4, and talk about some of the changes that I've gone through, and show you a little bit of gameplay. And let's see here. No, it's game tools. A little bit different. Create a pretender god. Early ages. I was actually playing Helheim in Dominions 5, and I kept noticing I couldn't get my old build from Dominion 4 on there. I was like, man, I don't have enough points, enough pretender points, unless I want to go in prison. And I noticed something. So go ahead with Helheim. Excuse me, still sick. Probably never be over this crap. Helheim, they're probably one of the best multiplayer nations to play in the game, and they were extremely, extremely broken in Dominions 4. Let's see, you're trying to find the proper word for it. They were retardedly good. I hate to say it that way, but that's how efficient they were. Now we'll get into some of that. They were great air and death mages. Blood, if you really want to play at that, I never used it a whole lot in Dominions 4. Fire, nah. And also, okay, we'll do a little bit first of the Pretender. Go here. Now, if you look at Ormir, or Orm, I don't know how to say his name. He's 80 points here. In Dominions 5, he's like 180, I think. And Son of Fenrir is like 100, I think he's 190. Or Son of Fenrir is 180, and he's 190. And that's ridiculous. That eats into a lot of the build. Now, we'll go ahead and click on Ormir, because he's one of the better Pretender gods to be awake with and expand. And you'll notice we have the normal setup here, but watch this. The way Dominions 4 worked with blesses is on a 4, 6, 8, and 10 point scale system, I think it was. You got bless effects, and you got all of them cumulatively. Cumulatively. Yo, I am terrible with words. So let's go with water. Now watch this. So we're getting more defense skill. Rank 9 we get quickness. In Dominions 5, it's rank 10. And that is a huge number of points to jump from. We hit 10 on this, we get defense skill 5. Nothing more. But look at that. It goes from 132 to 60 points. That's a ton. Now the old build here, it used to be, I think it was Earth? Yeah. Earth 4, Water 9. You get quickness and reinvigoration. And your nation, oh, it's not going to show you this. Dominion 4 does not show that. I want to show you guys nation, which we'll do that here in a few. Actually, we're going to go play Ctis. But this was a typical build, typical setup. And what you'd normally do back in the day is you'd tank some Unrest, you'd tank some Sloth, you'd bump this up to 4, and then you'd go into these. Actually, yeah. Which one was it? Oh, yeah. Cold 3. Something like this. You can go a little bit lower in Dominion strength and, buff this up, buff that up. One of the two. 2? Yeah. Typically I went 3, 3, 3. And 4 here. 1 growth. Growth actually helps you late game, because like I said, the old multiplayer games, we'd have games that lasted for years on end. Not like years of real life, but years in the game. Many, many turns. And he's an awake. Now, Luck 3 is so broken in Dominions 4. I was just playing a game earlier today as Abyssia. They're a terrible nation in Dominions 4. I mean, they're workable, but they're not great. But turn 2, I had a massively powerful mage spawn at my city. I was like, okay, yeah, I will take this. So, it was really broken in Dominions 4. It caused all kinds of crazy stuff. You'd get massive amounts of gold here and there. Tons of gems. Great stuff. And Sloth and Unrest, you can actually handle those quite well. I think it's going to hurt us is we're going to need funds, but we get that relatively easily. Because that's more of a... They're thugs and they're great mages. That's the hard part about Helheim, is do you want to go with a caster for your armies, or do you want to go with 2 or 3 thugs in an army, or just running around solo destroying people? And yeah, they were great. Go ahead and save him. Let's go back to create a new game. These are all a bunch of maps I downloaded back in the day. Fun stuff. We're gonna go medium. Let's see here. Shoot on 4. Now, one thing I want to talk about in Dominions 4 is priests were very underpowered. There was no bless specific smite or death cell by anything like that. You literally had banishment and your smite, your divine favor, just that. That was it. And that's why one of my favorite races to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. That's why I had to count those. Was Ctis. They were actually pretty decent for an early age empire or nation. The reason why is because you would spam hordes of skeletons on your little level 2 death mages, and they would just walk through a bunch of stuff. And you bring falconeers to take care of giants. You'd bring chariots if you really needed to. But yeah. Priests were very underpowered in Dominions 4. Dominions 5, it's completely changed. You can't get away with, undead spam. Not as much as you used to. Now they're heavy death. They get a little bit of nature, some astral, and very tiny bit of water. Very tiny bit. But let's see here. Oh, don't want to go with the reanimation army. I could go with an Earth Servant as a Awake Pretender for expanding. That'd probably be best. Sorlich good. It's been a while since I played Dominions 4. Oh, he's so cool. He gets reanimation bonus too. So you sit in your capital, you just reanimate and just make tons of people. Let's see if we can squeeze an Awake Pretender out with him. Now, we are going to be scale heavy. And really, we don't need any blesses. We don't really have hardly any sacred troops. Our mages are about the only thing, and I don't even think our mages are sacred, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, that's right. Just the very big guy. He's sacred, but it'll pretty much be for him. We're going to bump him up to Death 5. So, go with that. Go to Heat 3. We want these two to level 3. Immediately. We got to have those. I'm not too worried about the supplies. No, I think it's supplies in this one. Instead of having recruitment points, we have supplies. Or resources. Just playing around, seeing what we got. You know what? Probably a little better off going this way. Do I want? There's some stuff I really want to forge. Like the regeneration. We're just going to hope we get a good mage in that. Alrighty. You know what? Since I love Total Warhammer, Tomb King coming out here soon. Now, one thing I want to talk about is your Thrones of Ascension. In Dominions 5, you always see me put it on level 2. Because in Dominions 5, those thrones don't spawn with monoliths and tier 3 Awake Pretender gods. They're just really hard to beat. In Dominions 4, you put it on level 2 thrones and you can get some very nasty combinations. The armies vary. Size to size, I've seen some that are like 200 plus, I've seen some that are like, 80. But in Dominions 4, if you put it on level 2 thrones, you're going to have a bad time. And they're a little bit more powerful than Dominions 5. A little bit extra, especially if there's like 2 death thrones for some reason that spawn in the game. Yeah, you guys know how it turns out. You also notice we do not get any bonus to our research, to where we get like a free level 1, which can be really great. Go ahead and put a minor. Nope. Disabled, because you can't do minor. Everything else is pretty much the same. Now, one thing you'll notice when you see the map is the map looks terrible compared to Dominions 5. You will really notice this. But this is one of the things that kind of made the games. Like, I wasn't too worried about it. Let's see here. But you guys might notice and be like, holy crap. If you've never played Dominions 4 before. Alright, let's put this timer on 20 minutes, because I think I've been talking for about 10 or so, roughly. You get the same stuff, just flavor text, really. Alright. You can tell these maps aren't as flushed out and nice looking, but they're still decent. We got our forest here. And you'll notice we have our little icons. A lot of people are talking about in Dominions 5. You can get that set up, but I've gotten so used to just looking at the top left and seeing Dominion strength and what we need. So, It's actually really bad for Dominions 4. I got these two here, and they might have some relatively powerful armies, and Ctis, their early game is poop. We do have a water friend over here somewhere. There's a cave. So maybe nobody spawned out here. More than likely somebody did, but I don't think so. So you got a bunch down here. So I know at least 3 people on land, 1 in the water. I bet there is somebody else over there. I bet there is. Let's see here. Go ahead and start defending on research, and with Ctis in Dominions 4, you want to go enchantment. Now you'll notice this is a little bit different. You can't put them in a queue. You actually have to keep checking on your research, and you can actually like, hey, I only want these points here, and you see how it'll bump that up in construction. But no, we want to go to enchantment 5, I think it is. Hordes of skeletons and Pale Riders. Yes, Pale Riders cost gems, but you get 20 plus. I think in Dominions 5 you only get 10 or 15. But Cavalry in Dominions 4 was extremely powerful. Sarmatia, I think I'm saying them right. They were pretty powerful. They were still kind of crap in multiplayer, but they could be good. And Hordes of Skeletons. That right there is nasty. That is just insane. Like, your casters will cast that. They can do it 3 times? Hang on. Let's go back and look at that. See the fatigue on it real quick. Is it 20 fatigue? 40. So yeah, then cast it twice. Probably 3 times for the laying on the ground. But it spams so many skeletons. Alright, can he reanimate right now? No. Okay. Can't do any of that. And we got, you know, a commander and a commander. So I don't think they give us a scout early on. Yeah. 80. No, I forgot these guys get the bonus. And Ctis troops are kind of crap. No way around that. But they have these things called runners. You watching this? Look at that. You can just spam them, but we're not going to get that many. Actually, yeah, we can get a few more. Is that mine? No, no, no. I don't want a priest. 105 golds. Knock one of those out. We'll be recruiting these guys primarily. These will be our researchers, and they'll be our army casters. Now later on, we'll bump up to him. He's a good bit better. They got a little bit of supply bonus, cold-blooded, typical Ctis stuff. And he gets a bonus to Astro or Water. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping he gets. But level 2 nature's not too terrible. The rest of the Ctis forces are kind of meh. Your heavy infantry is about the only decent infantry you get. City Guard, if you have them in a castle, the castle defense bonus. And building castles in Dominion 4 was a lot to do than compared to Dominions 5. And that's to do because Dominions 5 you can build, was it a palisade and then upgrade it to a castle or fort or whatever. On Dominions 4 you could build the palisade or a fort, but then you had to build gates, you had to build towers, you had to build supply rooms. That added to your administration. You could build roads. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Yeah, that's enough. Nothing really to do this turn. But we're going to bring this guy with this army. Just to have him raise skeletons. I only like Hand of Dust. I'll cast spells. I think we got enough research to bump us up to 3 left. You know what? We'll keep him here. We'll do next turn. Eventually we're going to get some elite warriors. Their stats, he's got high protection, but he becomes fatigued very easily because of encumbrance 6. But he's got 2 attacks. So he's great for attacking bigger units like giants. Sorry, that's a cat in the background scratching something. These guys are just hard-hitting, cheap infantry. They're slaves, they have low morale, low magic resistance, low defense, pretty good attack skill. Our runners, think of them as like our chaff, but they hit like cavalry on the charge, and they have 2 attacks. So we'll be spamming those. Sorry, the cat's over scratching something. Slave warrior, you really don't need to recruit those. The runners are much better. Do I need Taskmaster? Nah, probably not. These are kind of like with Abyssia in this age. You spam salamanders for them. What do we have? 10 light cavalries, 10 heavy cavalries. I kind of want this because it's probably got some magic sites we can take. But I do want to go down to here. It's mountains and it's farmland. So Dominions 4, it's really good to double expand. But this is just kind of a little quick playthrough so I can figure out what is going on with my Dominions 5. It's probably not going to be a quick playthrough. That's another thing. Where I can pump out 3 videos and complete a game Dominions 5 on normal. This would probably take me about 10 videos at half an hour a piece, maybe longer. Because the AI in Dominions 4 actually plays well. They build forts. They build nasty army compositions. They know how to script their mages. They do dumb stuff, and that's where you really learn. Well, maybe the old school people. It's where I learned to play, and then friends, of course. So let's go ahead and end the turn. Calicia. No, you know what? We can watch it. We lost 2 light infantries. Wow, okay. I've already screwed up. I forgot to put those guys in my army. That could be bad. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick that up. You know what? He's another commander. Attack closest enemy. Go down here with him. Nearly screwed that up. But that's alright. Go ahead and end the turn. There's not a lot we can do. Yes. Did we lose anything? Lost 9 of our runners. That's quite alright. Yeah, look, they've got mages on these provinces. Nasty stuff. Not looking forward to this. Oh, it's 90. Let's take out the Amazons and see if that goes down next turn. Army setup, see if we can script him with raised skeletons. There we go. Animate skeleton. What is the fatigue on that? 30, so okay. I'll put him at 90 and I'll put him on cast spells. Not going to really worry about his positioning too much, but we do want him kind of closer to the front to spam. That way the skeletons get into combat a little bit quicker. Put him on our research. We're not really going to be changing up a whole lot. We want a lot of these runners. They route very easily, but they go in, they hit hard, and that's what we need them to do. Go down here. End the turn. Let's see how this worked out. Now these are the Jade Amazons from Sarmatia. So hopefully they don't have any cavalry. Oh, we started out really close. There's their cavalry. I've got sound effects turned off for this. Oh, look at that. It's cheap little units just taking the fall. Ooh, one thing I want to tell you too. Archers and ranged units were powerful in Dominions 4 because they would knock out eyeballs, they'd give you chest wounds, and they'd actually hit moving targets. And you can see our javelins actually hitting the back of our runners. We're not too worried about that. We can't compete in the death match, unfortunately. We don't have anything that'll be of any use there. 54 turn. Oh man, we're almost at level 2. I don't think we have enough to take that, guys. I really don't. War elephants. Oh, definitely not. And we can see by here there's a enemy candle, so we know the enemy factions there. So we do need to go ahead and just kind of claim this area here. We're not going to be doing some heavy expansion like we do in Dominions 5. We're just going to go back there. 70 there. Let's go ahead and chance it. That's a really cheap expansion army if we do lose them. We can get some more of the elite slave warriors. Oh, and one thing, mercenaries in Dominions 4. Very, excuse me, choking. Very powerful. And they don't rotate like Dominions 5, like that unit just leaves and never comes back and something else takes its place. No, this just rotates out. And there's some thugs in there and stuff that are pretty fun. Some mages. Oh, let's see what happened in the arena. That's Atlantis, if I remember correctly. That's Cilicia or Sarmatia. Let's watch. Then we'll go watch my battle and see how it ended. Atlantis. Leader of the Deep Ones. Everybody sending their mages in. That's terrible. Oh, Atlantis won. Alright. Let's view this battle. Atlantis versus... This is Cilicia. Oh, we got the Prophet in here this time. He has Reinvigoration. Let's see what his bless was. Wow. Oh yeah, forget about that. Missile range plus 25%. Yep. Nasty stuff. Morale on night. Everybody went with death. Alright. Speed that up. Really? Cilicia got that. Research. See, we got our little army going here. Probably gonna need some troops that aren't going to run extremely fast. I do think another set of elite warriors probably our best bet. Get some runner chaff. And we were defeated. We'll watch that battle. That ended terribly for us. Archers, look at that. The first hit. It's not going to show us very T-dub. Here we go. Archers, gotta love them. Look at that, they're just nuking anything. Even though these are low defense, low protection, even on high protection stuff, archers, even these crappy archers with precision 10 with the short bow are just nuking down my runners. Speed this up a little bit. Oh, they route it. Get some undead coming in. Oh, my city guard's putting up a fight. Yes. Wait, I thought we lost that army. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired, guys. Got no treasury for that. That's okay. They're gonna hang out for a moment. Well, one of them is. He's gonna go back and pick up the other army. What enchantment are we at? Level 2. Anything good? I can revive a king for our undead. I think we may go ahead and do that, because we can start casting reanimation and just getting a ton of undead guys. So let's see here. He'll do reanimation because he has the bonus. He'll do the revive king. Let's see how much we reanimated. That's a good chunk right there. That is not bad. And we have the Mound King, who can lead 40 units of undead. Not terrible, not great. Pick up these runners. Quite literally ran from battle. And we're just going to kind of hang out and play it a little safe right now. Because I do want to come down here and take that. That's my main goal, and then to go north. And we're probably going to need to start popping down some temples. And just put him on patrol. Patrol. Search. Because that is a forest. Might have some nice stuff in there. Research. Units. No magic sites. Unexpected event. Air gems +4. I was really hoping for some better stuff with our left 3 right now. And you can kind of see where I'm going with this as far as the runners and elite warriors go. I mean, look how much undead we've got right at the moment. Granted, they're all pretty much the same. They're just chaff units. But they're cheap and plentiful chaff units. And they're not going to rout. And they will tie down the enemy. So right at 38. So we timed that about right. So we're going to bring both these guys down here. Do I want to recruit? I really need some more gold, but we're going to go ahead and get some more of our elite warriors out here. And search again. He's not going to find anything else, but what better to do? That's a terrible event. No. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. We need to buff these up just a little bit more. Continue with our research. Like I said, we're going to grind through enchantments as quickly as we can. So we're going to be on level 3 here soon. You can't cast anything. Patrol, patrol. I'm kind of taking a lot of turns to get down here and get this, but that's alright. Wow, why am I losing so much Dominion? Oh, the Throne of War. See? This is early on in the game, the AI is already claiming thrones, and I'm way behind. Way behind. But we're moving right along. We'll probably take this and this, then work our way back up. If we can go across there, we will do that. Yeah. Get a free researcher if I want. But we're going to go with another reanimation. King. Reanimation. I could just select all these guys and have them do what I want. We're low on gems, so he can't do it. He can't do it. So that's fine. That is fine. 453. We're going to save that gold this turn. Magic site found. Silver mine, 40 gold. Perfect. Cannot attack across there. That's fine. Doesn't look like we met our water friend yet. On our way back, we'll probably... No. Let's say drop something, but I didn't make anybody a profit, which I forgot. Can I make him a profit? It's so not worth it. So not worth it. Meh. Come profit. Go ahead and end the turn. Get 600 gold. Yeah, it's not really a battle to watch. We're down to about 2 minutes. So just kind of showing you some old school domains. I'll probably keep making a few of these videos. Wow, that's a lot there. Two, 2, 1, 3. Have him go pick those back up. These guys come back over here. Have my prophet go ahead and start building temples and doing some searching. But we'll go ahead and stop the video here. We'll come back to it. And like I said, Dominions 5 is having some issues. It's crashing on me constantly. Can't load save games properly. So hopefully I can get that fixed and we'll get some Dominion 5 going again. Probably going to pop out a World of Warships video or two. Maybe some Stellaris, because I got a buddy who just had to make sure I got into the game to play it, because it's so great apparently. And I'm going to give it a shot, see how well I do. It's supposed to be another grand strategy game, but we'll see how it goes. But I'll catch you guys next time.